What's up, nomadic bike? I didn't think... Ow. I never know who's going to come by and who's not going to come by. So I just decided to lay down, go live, and see who's going to come by. And it's still an early show. We're at 1 watching, 1 like, which is Nomadic Bike, and we're at 118. Nomadic is on break. That's very nice. 1 watching, 2 likes. Very cool. Hopefully I can do the stream. I can't do a show for 1 or 2 people. It's kind of, you know, an export versus import issue, since I do this for free. And by the way, once we get enough audience in here, I'm only going to spend about fucking 30 seconds to a minute on Bill Cosby. That's what we're going to talk about. Well, we're not going to talk about Bill Cosby. Like I said, I'm going to do 30 seconds to a minute. Matt Girl has joined us. What's up, Matt Girl? We got to get these numbers up. Otherwise, I'm just going to do my show later. It's not that I do not love Nomadic Bike and Material Girl, but I can't do a show for 2 people. That's just friggin' weird. Material, thank you for understanding. I know everyone's watching the major news networks. Probably not the best decision of myself in terms of numbers to go on live right now. The Nomadic Bike understands. Alright, we're at, I know how these things go. I've done probably 50 to 100 streams at this point. And we're approaching 5 minutes with 2 watching. So I do not think this is going to be a very long stream. Let's just say that. But hey, you guys came here, so I'll give you some content. Nomadic Bike, Material Girl. Now we have 3 watching. That's good. Look, here's all I'm going to say about Bill Cosby. If you drug and rape women, you're fucked. You're beyond fucked. If you drug and rape anybody, you're beyond fucked. And that's what we saw happen today, right? But my whole thing, and I understand, I totally understand, I completely start talking, maybe others will come too. Well, I did. I always like to start with like 10 at my intro. Dangerous Curves is in the house. Alright, so yeah, very, very, very short video here. I just wanted to give my take. Some of you might, I think all my audience is women right now. Material Girl, I don't know what Nomadic Bike is, and Dangerous. So at least 2 women. Hello, Dangerous Curves, what's up? So look, I don't want to come across as like a male defender or a female basher. You gotta listen to the whole thing. You gotta listen to the whole thing. Alright, so here's my opinion on the Cosby scenario. And then I'm going to take it to my realm. And then I'm going to take it to my realm. And then I'm going to take it to my universe. Okay? He was a famous actor. He obviously drugged some females and did really, really bad things. And deserves the sentence that he gets. Here's JB's angle on it. Okay? I went to college. I saw what went on in the dorms. This actually ties into Kavanaugh as well. I participated in some of the... There are probably... Actually, I don't want to say that. That's a stupid thing for me to say. Let's just say, college and the entertainment industry, really any industry, but I would say in particular the, at college and in the big money industries, there are sex things that happen. You know what I mean? And by the way, this is not a video about Bill Cosby is innocent. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this. Let's say that, which obviously he was convicted, let's say that one man did horrible things to anyone, or in particular, vulnerable women that he drugged. Okay. Here's my complaint. It's all over and I understand why, but here's my complaint. It's the lead story on every live newscast right now. And again, I understand why. I completely understand why. Celebrity, multiple drug rapes. I get it. But I see this over and over and over and over again, and this is not going to be the last one. So my complaint is, why does Fox News and CNN and MSNBC not talk about the inconsistencies of the official story? And here we go full JB. Why does the mainstream media feel it appropriate to spend... And I get it. Just listen to the whole thing that I'm saying here. So, it's good journalism to cover something as sexy as... And that's obviously a joke. Material Girls, peacing out. Dangerous Curves is being right back. The mainstream media would rather... and this includes Fox, by the way. The mainstream media would rather cover a celebrity drugging rape case, which they should, and which is horrible. It's beyond reprehensible. I never liked Bill Cosby. I never watched The Cosby Show. I never found him funny. I thought he was lame. But they won't talk about the inconsistencies with the events of September 11th, 2001, and the non-happened events of Sandy Hook on December 24th. They will never talk about that. And my question is why? And here's my point, and this is why this is going to be a short video. I'll make a point, I'll take a couple comments, questions, whatever, but here's my point. 24-hour news coverage. Okay? It's on all the channels right now. Bill Cosby. Alright? 24-hour news coverage. And I get it. It's a very, very big story. But what's a bigger story? A celebrity had some interns and they did some drugs and then there was some sex and then there was a problem after. Okay. That has been happening since the history of the human race, from my research. And yet no one talks about how Building 7 on September 11th, 2001 collapsed at free fall speed in 6.3 seconds, 47-story steel-framed concrete reinforced building. No planes hit it, one small office fire, into total dustification. let alone the Twin Towers. And I don't even need the planes. I don't even need the planes. All I need is Building 7. No plane, small office fire, 47-story building, collapsing, steel framed, concrete reinforced, dustified in 6.3 seconds. So it's like, what should we really be talking about? You know what I mean? Material Girl says, okay, seriously, what's the most desirable news? Me. And many others like me. Material Girl, gonna finish your idea. Sweet. Do it, do it, do it. I'm not as fun as the other streams. I understand that. I'm never going to be. I'm a conspiracy guy. It's what I do. And I don't just yell about stuff because I read one article. I look into things, I research them, and then I go, oh shit. There's a problem. Material Girl says public loves sex things, whatever they are. Yeah, that's probably a part of it. Mainstream focus on that lately. Yeah. And by the way, just in case anyone's lurking and thinks I'm defending Bill Cosby, I am not. At all. At all. You do something like that to someone, you're fucked. And you should be. I'm just saying that an event that involves a celebrity shoots to the top of the media right away, especially a big name. Look at Louis C.K. He was and still is my favorite comedian. All right, I separate the man from his actions. Okay, let me say this. Let me take that back. I separate the entertainer from the man's action. Okay? What Bill Cosby and Louis C.K. did is reprehensible. The only argument I'm making is that it dominates the news cycle. No one talking about 9/11. No one talking about Sandy Hook. No one talking about Ruby Ridge. No one talking about cancer viruses and the vaccines. No one talking about the school system dumbing our children down. No one talking about over-vaccination. No one talking about all the fucking secret space programs that we have. We've had UFOs for years. Some say since the 1940s. Others say earlier. Others say later. I don't personally know because I've never seen a UFO. They don't talk about the fact that we've allegedly been on Mars for decades. No one talks about the fact that we've had colonies on the moon for not years, but decades. And I'm not saying that these things are true. What I'm saying is they're out there on the internet, and some of these videos have 200,000, 500,000, over 1 million views. And it's not talked about. But if a famous celebrity, drugs someone and, does a massively horrible crime, I get it, but I'm just saying. That's 24-hour news coverage. But things that are going to be affecting our entire human race for years, decades, and centuries to come are never talked about in the mainstream media. That's all I'm saying. And it makes me mad, because I have stuff to do, and yet here I am, I'm 34 now, here I am when I'm 17, learning about 9/11 and being like, oh shit, there's a lot of problems with that story. I figured that out when I was 17. Never worked for the government, Donna has joined us. You're at the end of the stream, just Donna. I'm just going on a rant here. So all I'm saying is, it's like, can we get a new major network? If I had the money, I would start it myself. I don't know if they'd let me. But if I had $10 million, $20 million, I would start my own news network in direct competition with Fox and CNN and MSNBC and all these NBC, ABC, CBS, all these entities. You know, there would be JB, like, right up there with them. And I promise you, I would wear a suit. I would shave before every broadcast. I'd get contact lenses so I look a little better. My hair would be cut perfectly every time. Is my voice what is something comparable to pull its own weight on, nightly evening news? I think it is, and with some vocal coaching and maybe a lozenge or some shit like that, and stop swearing, I think I would do a fantastic job being a mainstream broadcaster. All I'm saying is I'm just getting and why has it taken me this long? Why? Why has it taken me this long to get completely fed up with the mainstream media? What has it been? Because I really started watching mainstream media right after Trump announced his run for the presidency. So I started following it back then. I was not on YouTube. I just watched videos. I watched other people's content. And then one day I saw a story. I forget, this is like over 2 years ago. I forget what it was. But I saw a story that pissed me off so much. And I discovered Gramps and JujuBot. And I go, well, how the fuck hard can it be to live stream on your own? And then I went on the internet and I discovered that since I have an iPhone, all I have to do is click one camera button, smile, make a title, and then you can go live to the entire world. Okay? So God bless the women that are victims of Bill Cosby, and I hope Bill Cosby survives, just on a human level, I hope Bill Cosby survives his jail sentence, okay? But it doesn't change the fact that those towers came down not from planes. And not from 2 small office fires in Building 7. The Bill Cosby story does not change the fact that Sandy Hook is completely uncorroborated, and no one can prove to me that Adam Lanza ever existed. Doesn't change that fact. Okay? Doesn't change the fact that we have a secret space force with borderline alien technology, which might be alien technology, that has existed since, some say the 60s, some say the 50s, some say the 40s, some say since ancient times. And that's the stuff that I focus on. So, I'll end this broadcast, I'll read anybody's last comments, and I'll respond to them, but my whole thing is, get out there and start opening your eyes and do your research. Bill Cosby, you're gonna be in a bad situation for many, many years because you really fucked up, and you chose to fuck up. So, that's what happens. That's what happens. But I would encourage everyone to go back in history and look up things like Ruby Ridge. I am so having a lupus flare-up, but I don't believe in pity parties. Thanks for asking. I showed your channel some love for when you have content. Yeah, I have no content right now. I'm just ranting. And I have a problem, too. I've never met just Donna Marie, I don't think, before. But I have an ingrown hair under my right arm that is swollen up to the size of a friggin' golf ball. And every time I move, I'm in excruciating pain. So I've never had lupus, but I know it must be absolutely horrible. It's really not good. It's really not good. Okay, we met in another live stream. I do my own, and I chat in like a dozen. So this goes for just Donna Marie, and it goes for anyone else. If I ever forget you, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. I do this all the friggin' time, and I'm also in other folks' chats. Now I'm in music chats. I'm in other conspiracy chats. I'm in here's my life type chats. I'm in all kinds of stuff. Blackie Fitzpatrick, one of my best friends on YouTube. So if I ever forget you, don't take it personally. Please don't take it personally. But anyway, that being said, well, yeah, this is to just Donna, and it's also to everyone. Just don't take it personally. That's all I can say. This shit looks easy. It's not. I use lo-fi technology, but you also have to manage personalities, opinions from others, and it's friggin' crazy. You gotta manage all kinds of age groups, all kinds of stuff. And then on top of all that, you have to provide content. I'm gifted in the way that I guess I'm decent, I think. I wouldn't say I'm good, but I would say I passed the bar on being able to kind of like ad-lib. Not as good as a stand-up comedian, but good enough as to where I just have so many friggin' facts and statistics and everything in all the news I follow in my head, I can whip out my iPhone, go live on YouTube, and just like, blah, just do a show. And there's no dead air. Like, for example, I'm not sitting here, and I've seen this in some streams, by the way. I don't sit like this. So, how's everyone doing? You know, I possess the skill set to avoid that kind of awkwardness, but that certainly doesn't make me perfect. Just Donna Marie. I have a problem with long names. I gotta shorten your name. What's it gonna be? Because we already have a Donna. Alright, you are Just D. Marie. I hope that's okay with you. Just D. Marie. I have like 2 or 3 Donnas in Gramps. 2 or 3 of the same Donnas in my fucking stream. Same thing with JujuBot. It just gets way too confusing. Alright, so Just D. Marie. Very cool. Alright, I'll take you all with me. I see the numbers went up a little bit, then they went down, then they went back up. We're looking at 5 right now. So I'll take you guys on a half a smoke break, and then I'm going to take a quick nap, and then I have to do dishes. So the stream will be ending. And I don't smoke, and he doesn't smoke cigarettes. And he doesn't care if I smoke in there, but I never have. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. I'll smoke weed in there, just not cigarettes. So I just go to the garage. I'm not trying to sound like a bitch, man, but this ingrown hair under my... Ow! Son of a bitch! under my right armpit is excruciating. Every movement that I make is nothing but pain. It's not good. So, if I could recommend, because I've done some research over the last 24 hours, I don't shave my armpits. I know women do. Be careful. Maybe once a week when you do it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying, maybe once a week when you do, put a little bacitracin under there or something just to prevent any kind of whatever. This thing sucks, man. It's like a golf ball of pus and pain under my right arm pit. And it's fucking horrible. And it's really bothering me right now. In fact, it's bothering me so much I might end the show. But I'll just try not to move. If I don't move, it's tolerable. And I've heard horror stories. But here I go talking about my, relative health issues when this is supposed to be a politics show. But it's over soon anyway, so who cares? Let's see if there are any new comments. Yes, let's smoke, says Material Girl. Material Girl, what do you smoke, if anything? Wow, are you going to get checked out by a doctor? Interesting question. J.D. Marie? I'm currently without health insurance. So, unless I end up feeling to the point where I have to call 911, no, I'm just going to get through it. I do not have breast cancer. I've had this same thing before in the same spot. It's a pus-filled, I don't mean to be gross. It's a pus-filled, quarter-sized thing with a red tip that eventually is either going to explode in a shower of white pus or it's going to go away on its own. I've had it both ways, so I have no idea. But no, I'm not going to go to a doctor for this. It just fucking hurts. It's like, damn it. But anyway, yeah, so just to round it out, we'll do another couple minutes. I'm like halfway through this, third way through this stupid thing. So Bill Cosby, 3 to 10 years, I think deserved. By all accounts, it happened. I mean, you can't rape anyone. I'm a guy, so especially, you have like a protectionism towards women. So you just don't drug people and rape them, Bill Cosby. Stupid idiot. What the fuck? You have like millions of dollars. You were America's dad. You fucked everything up. Hey guys, not to complain, but never go to the doc. Yeah. I don't even get checkups. If I go to the doctor, it's because I was, and this has never happened, but hypothetically, when I do go to the doctor, it's because whatever I got going on, it's like, I don't think I'm going to live to see tomorrow. That kind of stuff. I can deal with an ingrown hair. It's just so annoying. It's so annoying. Ugh, motherfucker. Alright, well anyway. My show is starting to suck. So I'm going to end it. Material Girl says women need protection, JB. I agree. You're relatively new here, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Do not, under any circumstances, misunderstand what I'm saying. Let me rephrase it. I think everyone should be protected, particularly women and children. Particularly women and children, okay? I study the pedophile rings. I study the rape schools over in the UK and in the US, in the dark secret societies. I study human sacrifice. I study Satanism. I know the bad stuff that goes on. I know more than probably anybody in this very small chat right now will ever know about what these dark souls do. All I'm saying is, Cosby, go do your time. Who knows if he's even going to make it out of prison alive? I mean, he's 80-fucking-1. Anyway, we're going to end transmission. And, again, JB is not defending Bill Cosby. I'm just saying, that's a story. But so is 9/11, so is Sandy Hook, so is Ruby Ridge, and no one talks about that at all, not even a little bit. And that's the double standard that I look at in a certain way to be a problematic scenario in terms of news coverage. So that's all I'm saying. I will personally film a video. And when I do that, I'm not doing the 666. I know all the Luciferians do that shit. It's just a habit of mine. And I do it with both hands. Okay? So all I'm saying is, in 2 weeks, or 2 years, or 20 years, when 9/11 comes out as an inside job, which it was, same thing with Pearl Harbor. Same thing, well actually Sandy Hook wasn't even an inside job. It didn't happen. Did not happen. Look into it. Don't listen to JB. Don't listen to me. Look into it. Just YouTube Sandy Hook never happened. Do your own research. Go down the rabbit hole. Spend 20 minutes a day. This stuff is important, y'all. It's way more important than Bill Cosby messing around with a couple women. I mean, we're talking world-changing events that we were lied to about. That's all I'm saying. Rot in your fucking jail cell, Bill Cosby. You fucked up. Do your time, get out, and hopefully you can rehabilitate. Donna Marie says the United States government was involved in 9/11. The United States government and Israel did 9/11. If you want to call that involved. Here's how I look at that statement. And I think this is a pretty clever analogy to counteract J.D. Marie. It's kind of like this. If I went to the grocery store and I filled up a grocery cart with whatever, and I went to the checkout, then I did that grocery shopping. I did that. But if I had a friend or a girlfriend or a family member with me that helped pick out a couple things and like, oh yeah, you know, and threw it in the cart, then I would call that someone who was involved in my grocery shopping. All right?